Hello, and thank you for watching this brief video on Lumen Learning and Waymaker software. Well, first of all, Lumen Learning is a publishing company that makes affordable textbook resources for colleges and universities. At Wake Tech, we use Lumen Learning for Business 110, 137, and 153. Lumen provides a free PDF or ebook version of their text along with free access to their software, also known as the study plan. We'll talk about that in just a moment. I will caveat that by saying there is a one-time activation fee when it comes time for students to take their module assessments. So a module is also known as a chapter, and an assessment is similar to a quiz. So it's almost their chapter quizzes. This one-time fee can range in price. It depends on the course, but anywhere from $33 to $36. Let's talk a little bit about Waymaker and this access code. So we know that Waymaker is the software for students that we'll use for this course. It is required, and it provides two things: a study plan and assessments for students. And for my courses, the study plan and the assessments are worth points. Now, as far as how many points are concerned, please refer to your course schedule or your My Grades. It really depends on the course, and it can even vary from semester to semester. So to recap, Waymaker, it's the software. There's a study plan and assessments that come with that software. There are clearly labeled links in Blackboard, and it will take you to either the study plan or the assessments located in your lessons. We'll go ahead and look at that in just a moment. So to purchase this access code, it's very easy. You can either visit the Wake Tech bookstore in person or online, or if you're paying for your books yourselves, you're not using financial aid, you can purchase that code directly from Lumen. So for students who are purchasing the access code from Wake Tech, there is a physical card that you will get. You will scratch off the card, and underneath that scratch off, there's a code. And when you go to take your first assessment, you just type in that code. It's very simple. Now, if you're buying the code directly from Lumen, when you go to take your first assessment, there will be an option there for you that says purchase the code. And you can go ahead and click on that and purchase the code right there on the spot by using a credit or debit card. I will say that Lumen does allow students to take up to 2 free assessments, but I'm going to go ahead and remind you that it's important to buy this access code as soon as possible because you will need it for the 3rd assessment, especially if you're buying that access code online from the bookstore, as it is a physical card. And then we'll need to mail that to you, and that might take up to a couple days, maybe even a week to get. So please allot for enough time. In addition to the access code, which is required, and that's $33 to $36, the bookstore also offers a physical textbook. Now, keep in mind that Lumen offers a free e-book or a PDF for you for free. That's in Blackboard. You can find that in the publisher/software area of Blackboard. However, there is a optional textbook for $55-ish. It depends on the course, but it's around $55. But keep in mind that this physical textbook is optional. It is not required. I think online in the textbook area, when you go to search, it'll have that access code. It'll say required, but then underneath that, it'll have the textbook and it says recommended. So recommended, I'm not recommending that textbook. That's up to you. If you like the free PDF or the ebook, that'll be good enough. But the textbook is the same thing as that study plan, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. So please don't feel as though you have to purchase that textbook unless you want to. I actually like textbooks, so I always purchase my textbooks because I like to highlight and take notes. I want to go ahead and mention the requirements when you enroll in courses at Wake Tech. And so we have a student handbook and there's policies, and I'm sure you've read them all, right? So I just want to kind of point this out. When a student enrolls in a course at Wake Tech, you actually enter an agreement with the college and the instructor, according to our guidelines and policies and procedures. This agreement states that you will obtain the resources required for the course to include both internet access, computer access, and textbook or access code information. And so I just want to go ahead and point that out. If these are things that you don't have access to, please contact me and let me know. We do have some resources on campus that may assist with this, but at the end of the day, it is your responsibility to make sure that you have internet, computers, and a textbook and or access code. So to access the study plan and the assessments, you'll just go to their weekly lessons and it will be clearly labeled. We'll look at that in just a moment. One more thing before we look at the actual Waymaker software, let's talk about technical issues. If you're having technical issues, please contact Lumen Learning customer support. I am not an IT professional. I cannot assist you, but the contact information is found in Blackboard under the textbook area.